This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Washington football team and the Detroit Lions. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
Well, Charles, you look at this offense. They're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, a #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Seibert's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Rodgers now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Diaby Brown, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Rodgers. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Man open left side is Brown. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll set up to throw. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And in for the Lions touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Rodgers.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Rodgers now on first down. Got a man. It's Brown.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Rodgers now to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 17. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, this one from 38. Seibert able to knock this one through. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Nyheim Hines there to make the grab. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice system. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Things just kind of continuing to unravel for them here in the second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way. But in this case, they turn the ball over.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run again with Hines.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
24. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Inside. Watch QB drop. Check 13. 26.
Rodgers going to throw. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now Rodgers. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. A give to Gibson running right.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
This is Hines. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
They'll try the left side. It's Hines. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And he'll just get rid of it.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on 2nd down, Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Julian Okwara just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Washington on 3rd down.
Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He's going deep for Brown. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 48. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the...
YBM on the thing up.